far away from here. I'll come with you.
Faked our deaths, lit a match.
Yo sueño que estoy aquí, de esta prisión descargado, y soñé que en otro estado más lisonjero me vi. ¿Qué es la vida? Un frenesí. ¿Qué es la vida? Una ilusión, una sombra, una ficción. Y el mayor bien es pequeño, que toda la vida es sueño. Y los sueños son. In an age where our survival fears have decreased heavily, at least in the West and developing countries, life continues to be difficult. We find ourselves consuming all types of stories of heroism, courage, and strong family and friendship bonds that help us move on in life, grow inner strength, and influence our day-to-day. I personally grew up with Hercules, Xena, Conan the Barbarian, read Tolkien's Legendarium in French, English, Spanish many times, and I can't get enough of A Ride of the Rohirrim, Boromir's Last Fight, or Samwise the Brave against Shelob. That determination, that willpower, and vision I can't see in real life.
Surely this is all for me. I'm so fucking important.
People in real life are numb and they waste their days in futile activities.
Use Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and 1,000 other ways to spew your bile across people you've never met. Choose updating your profile. Tell the world what you had for breakfast and hope that someone somewhere cares.
Family has no meaning anymore. Nobody is willing to fight anymore for anything. At my age, and I sincerely wish I was living in Middle Earth, because at least my life would have a meaning and would be honorable and my death valuable. But you probably grew up with Harry Potter, and it probably didn't stop there. At least I didn't, because it's not only books that provide us with such cravings. Season 9 of The Walking Dead ended a few months back, and Game of Thrones is no more.
This is Jon Snow. He's king in the north.
And in this case, I did disagree with most people's opinion. I really liked how the show ended. I also watched a few weeks ago the second season of The Away, a show that I highly recommend. And my favorite show of all times will end with the 15th season next year. Supernatural is a show about struggle, obstacles, sacrifice, good and evil, but most importantly, the concept of family, love, and being there for one another. Not thinking it twice and give your life for the people you care about.
This is about me and Sam. Okay, this isn't your fight.
The hell it isn't. Family don't end with blood, boy.
Why you let Mommy Dearest tie you in the knots?
Because we're family. We're blood.
Well, that's not the same thing. A wise man once told me, family don't end in blood. But it doesn't start there either. Family cares about you, not what you can do for them. Family's there, through the good, bad, all of it. They got your back. Even when it hurts. That's family. That sound like your mother?
But you might not end up understanding what I'm talking about here. Come here, boy. Okay, sleep. But you might not get what I'm talking about because you don't read nor are you passionate about TV shows, but you're a gamer. you play every day on PC, PlayStation, or your old Xbox 360 Pro from 2004 like I do. Then you know what it's like to restart the same game for the third time, the same year. It's 3 a.m. and you're working the next day. You keep saying you'll go to sleep at the next checkpoint, but you never do.
There is no respect for the land anymore.
Wait a second, dude. Wasn't this a channel about music?
Let's make it clear, this channel is about music and stuff related to art in general.
Ha! Got you there. Nah, no worries. We're of course going to talk about music. Escapism, the title of this video. A concept many bands and projects orbit around. Be it ancient history, sci-fi, or high fantasy, you know, the swords and shit. In a way, art itself is an attempt to break the mundane. I don't think anyone should be ashamed about that. It's not bad at all, as long as you actually draw strength from it to confront life. And it's not just increasing the gap between you and the world you are a part of. So for maybe a decade now, we had this return to form formula of a brave hero going into an epic journey in the form of epic heavy metal bands. A wave and a revival that hit me super hard in 2016 with the band Eternal Champion, and it only grew from there.
Your Eternal Champion, and I am the
Formed in Austin, Texas in 2012, the band broke the metal underground with their debut album, The Armor of Ire, 4 years later. Sorry if I repeat myself in this video, but I'm still enchanted by these bands and I can't find the words. What can I say about The Armor of Ire? One of the best albums I've ever heard, simply put. It's only over 30 minutes long and there is not a single filler. From track 1 to 8, it's all amazing. The melodies, riffs, the raging but harmonic vocals, surrounded by some kind of reverb, transport me into Moorcock's own books. Because yes, the band's name and themes rotate around his series and fantasy. The whole thing is produced perfectly, just like I love it. Organic, deep, colorful and spacey, just like the artwork actually. Besides this masterpiece, they have a demo, a split and a covers EP that feel the cravings while we're waiting for the follow-up album.
Well, we want it to be a minute shorter than the Armor of Ire, because people always bitch about how short the Armor of Ire is.
And notice the Thangoro Dream and Old Tower long sleeves, both Dungeon Synth projects. How cool is that? They seem all very passionate about music and very talented dudes. And indeed they are, most of them play in other bands, ranging from heavy metal to thrash and crossover. In fact, Jason, the singer, has another band called Aaron Rage, and he brings that typical hardcore energy into Eternal Champion live shows. I can keep talking about them for hours, but we need to move on to the next band. Oh god, no, that's Jason from Eternal Champion playing that character. Come on man, please let us continue the video. Good. So, Visigoth seems to be another giant in this revival scene, and they deserve it because holy shit, what a band.
I steal thy silver rifle, like a wolf in the night I steal.
Fronted by Jake Rogers from the nowadays cult from the underground, Gallow Braid, Visigoth released 2 albums and a couple of EPs, including absolute bangers, but unfortunately also weaker songs.
We are the Iron Brotherhood.
But that's what usually happens when you release an hour-long album. With that said, Jake's vocals are always stunning, overlaying the music that mostly falls under the heavy power umbrella. Simple structures and compositions really, but absolutely powerful and efficient.
Watch with weeping eyes, flames on a bleeding sky. I have seen true betrayal.
Next up, we'll attack 2 bands at once that play different genres, but both are part of this revival wave. I'm talking about Witch Hazel with their hard rock infused Christian heavy metal, and the energetic Swedish band Enforcer. For each band, I want to recommend 1 album. Witch Hazel's music is sweet to the ears, super melodic, and the album includes a couple ballads. Perfect album for a lazy afternoon chilling with a cold sangria, or should I say Blood of Christ? You get it? Because it's a Christian band. Now my story with Enforcer dates back to 2015 when From Beyond came out. So I kind of lied when I said earlier that my love with this revival started in 2016 with the Eternal Champion. Sorry! I remember listening to this record early in the mornings when going to class, because even with all its blood-pumping, positive energy, there is a certain melancholy. The best example would be the chorus of the title track. I feel like crying every time.
Hele tida til det er slukt I vår innlandshjerte.
When I started getting deeply into black metal in 2013. It started getting harder and harder for me to find enjoyment in the rest of metal genres. Black metal spoke to my goddamn wicked soul, and you can understand that thrash metal, for example, became just bland to me. That's when I started understanding what I was really looking for. Headbanging to a nice song is just something extra. I wanted diversity, I wanted depth, space for subjectivity. I wanted music to tear me in fucking pieces. So for all these years, besides a bunch of huge discoveries, it was all black metal. And it was this revival wave that made me somehow rediscover metal. The transition was slow but logical. Death Hammer and Destroyer 666 that play black thrash, and the two latest satirical masterpieces that fuse 70s hard rock with Norwegian black metal, creating a peculiar sound, played big roles in this transition. And I'm slowly beginning to dig deeper and deeper into the past. Maybe that's because I'm getting older, who knows?
It's so far, so far away. It's so far, so far away.
I believe what's unique about the heavy metal revival bands is that, unlike the pioneers, they can look back, pick influences, and come out with something of their own. So, shall we jump right into the last band of today?
Beware of the mighty Hallas. Beware of the mighty Hallas.
Okay, I'll be honest, I don't know where to start. What is this band? I don't think they're from this planet, man. I just can't explain the effect Hallas has on me. My body, my mind, and my eyes with that artwork too.
Let us fly away into the silent blackness.
After a self-titled EP in 2015, they came out with excerpts from a future past in 2017. Right on with that title, because I seriously get confused every time I listen to it. Am I dreaming? Where am I? Did I time travel? But to the past or the future? I don't think I need to describe the music, it really does speak for itself. Progressive and psychedelic rock, blues, hard rock, epic heavy metal. It's all here, in the most perfect way possible. Wishbone Ash, Iron Maiden, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, you name it, it's all here. Ultra efficient guitars, beautiful melodies, gorgeous keyboards, great drumming, and the ear-tingling vocals, all produced by some kind of wizard or something.
Closer, we're getting closer, my friend. You guide me on my way.
There are way more bands I could talk about, like The Amazing Attic and Ghost, but everyone knows Ghost. And some bands I will talk about in the best of 2019 in a few months. But I had to pick 5 to present to you the ones I am the most passionate about. So, do you think Kirithangal, Ashbury, Heavy Load, and Mania Road are proud? They better are, because they all got a second career out of this. Thanks to festivals like Muscle Rock, Pyrenean Warriors, Keep It True, thanks to the new generations, and especially thanks to the internet, where underground bands inactive for 30 years, due to, of course, the huge competition there was back in the day. These bands seem finally to have their opportunity to shine through. So let me know what you think about what's happening. And thanks to Maxwell for the incredible discoveries all these years, man. I'm forever grateful. If you like this video, like and share it, and subscribe if you're not. Thank you for watching. Rest in peace, Mock the Shark.